Hello, everybody. Wait for there it is. Hi, how are you? Hopefully, everybody's had a good Saturday so far. It is Saturday, right? Dude! Hi, Terry. Don't mind the cats in the background. They're being fidgety today. How do you? Oh, it's been a day already. Not well. It's just body's keeping up. Yes, everyone is napping. Yeah. Well, everybody's up, just slow moving here. Um, Jill's got her leg. Yeah. Jill's got her leg propped up, got her wrapped up. She's just sitting over there with her earbuds in, watching. I don't know what she's watching, but she's got earbuds in. Um, Philip's not. He hasn't been feeling too great the last couple days, so um, hopefully he starts feeling better. He's had some tummy troubles. Me, um, well, it just felt like a blister forming on the bottom joint of my big toe on my left foot. Same foot I've been having issues with. It's either plantar fasciitis or heel spur. I'm not sure. So that's been fun. But I knew I needed to get on here and do some work. I don't remember. That's hers. Okay. I don't remember what I did with my pen from the last time. I never got doing much. Nice. I got peaches. I went and got fruit yesterday, and I saw a bag of peaches and grabbed some. I'm like, ooh, those sound good. So we pretty much developed the variety of cut fruit yesterday. I think she demolished them last night, but we got fruit or peaches in the fridge still. So I'll be digging. We'll be digging at those later because I'll be making lasagna for dinner tonight. And one thing I need so I can see this board. I need my beat up glasses. Ooh, nice. Grilling out. Cucumbers, zucchini. Nice. Yeah, I need to check the garden. We got some. I guarantee we got some cucumbers in there to be picked, or not cucumbers, zucchini. Philip's been growing uh, pickles, so we're gonna have to get out there and do the chickles. Pickles. Good lord. Uh, well, let's continue with the black. We have plenty of that. Try to get some of this black done today. All right, finish that bottle out. See how we do this. Hooks? Yeah, exactly. That's how my brain's been working today so far. Meant to say pickles. That's not how it came out. Nice. I've got a couple maters out there that needs to be picked. Well, they're green, but they're not fully ripe just yet. So I'm keeping an eye on them. Frying green maters. Yeah, I thought about that too. I almost pulled them just for that. Which I might still go out and do. Have some of those. Yeah, that sounds delicious. Why are you gonna stick it now? I just stuck. Still used to getting used to these squares. Still getting used to these. Mm, you're gonna play like that today, I see. Okay. Come on. Play nicely. You can do it. There you go. And this one would go right in the middle. It didn't want to go into the spot. Little burger. There we go. Yeah, that's what Jill says. She goes, now I've done squares. I don't know if I want to go back to rounds. I know they will fix themselves as you put them in, but some of the I think in some of mine, I don't know if I've got them to where they're set up four squares. I don't remember what I bought because I've had them for a little bit, so I don't know what technically they're set up for. And I know sometimes it does make a difference on your pins. I just have to see how everything does. That went right in place. Oh, let's see the other place. Did, but somewhere. Somewhere. All right. Oh, nice. Yeah, rounds are a little bit easier to do. These you gotta, I find out you gotta pay attention a little bit better to them. Wow, you did get froggy there, didn't you? 8 canvases of family crest. Wow. Yeah, I know one of the paintings I think Jill's going to be doing is the curial siller is rounds, but I don't know. I opted for something a little different besides rounds, so I'm like, okay, I'll do squares. I'll give it a whirl. So went and got those, but then I also got the coloring, and then don't mind the dresser. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? That might be the other one that I was looking for. I got another one around here somewhere. Yeah, I figured for the first ones, I would actually um, stick with well, these didn't look too bad to be stuck with squares. I'm like, that'll be all right. But I noticed at some points they don't look too bad as far as being able to tell what each of them are. I think once I get farther up here, it'll be a lot better. I'm down here, working down here. It's not. It's a little lower for me than I like, but um, just have to wait and see how that goes. I'm trying to make this one. I'm still a little. I got this one right here. It's just being a little butthead. It's not wanting to go in. Something's somewhere, somehow. Oops. Here we go. I done did it again. Can't leave well enough alone. My brain just says, nope, you gotta get this fixed. Let's see, somewhere in through here. Somewhere. Something didn't line up right. That one just popped out. Yeah, right back in. Problem with the black, you can't really see it. There we go. Leaving it alone. Hey, Lorna, how are you, sis? Yeah, yeah. Well, I've got that big straightener somewhere. I just don't know what I did with it. I saw it the other day at my desk, but and luckily, yeah. And it's my first time doing squares, so but it'll get better, I promise. I say that, but we all know dealing with me how that goes. There we go. So how you doing, Lorna? Hopefully everybody's, like I said, hopefully everybody's doing good, having a good day. I know when we was at the emergency care the other day, we had been talking, and we've been talking doing it for a while. It's been a couple years since we did it, so we booked. I made sure I was able to take the days off, but we got a week vacation of camping coming up last week of October, 1st November. It's kind of like our last camping trip, and this is kind of like our anniversary camping trip. So this one's just going to be me and her. It's going to be our getaway for a week. Philip will be home with the animals. So looking forward to it. I know next weekend we're heading out with Ron and Don. Uh, we're heading off with their camper. So looking forward to that week, next weekend, because by then she'll be nice and rested up and hope, hopefully not as sore. But between now and then, I've got a lot of I got some things I got to take care of. And just as a reminder before I forget, and it's still on my brain, so anybody that is still wanting or has joined the event, please make sure you get all your pictures of what you're working on, um, are going to work on. Make sure you get them to us. Tomorrow we are working on getting things set up as far as the spinner for the um, my mind just went blank on me, for the weekly drawings. So um, hopefully everybody gets that in. or the people that want to join, you know, make sure you get all that in and all that stuff. So we're looking forward to doing that. That'll be tomorrow. We'll get that done tomorrow, and then start going on from there. Because I know the first weekend of this event has been really chaotic with a little bit of hilarity. So there's things we just can't control. Um, I guess we should have pushed it back a little bit after we should have figured out when the festival that I worked was, and we should have pushed it back a week, um, or did it another month. I don't know, but we're going to get through it. We're going to do our best to entertain and do all that. So hopefully everybody will like the event. Like I said, we're not expecting big numbers or anything like that. We're just happy to have the people that will join, or you know, whoever joins, we're going to be happy no matter what. We're going to do our own, keep doing our own thing, and hopefully everybody likes it. And we'll enjoy it. And even with all the chaotic things that go on, I will do what I can to bring hilarity along with it. So hopefully, like I said, try to make it fun, try to make it friendly. It's always friendly and fun. Never have to worry about that. There's always going to be something going on in this channel. That's for sure. And I am trying to do better with doing diamond painting and talking at the same time. So if I pause, I'm trying to look at the screen and keep up with chat. Make sure I'm keeping up with you guys. I don't want to keep on diamond painting and feel like I'm ignoring you guys. So I'll stop from time to time and check on chat. I know some people that just talk, and they really don't look at their chat until it's like 10-20 minutes, or seems like it's 10 to 20 minutes later. So I'm trying to do better. Let's see, what else has been, really, there's not really new happening. Same stuff every day for me. So I still gotta get out and do a little bit of work this evening, let it cool down a little bit, or tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. You never know what's going on here. But yeah, I know I've got tweezers. I just don't know where they are. I know I keep on going back to that, but I didn't think about grabbing the tweezers. And we did get, um, I did get the tie dye kit in, so we will be doing a tie dye. Well, we got to get the shirts, but we've got a. I found a bigger kit on Amazon, so um, and we'll start doing a. We'll do a tie dye shirt at some point. I've kind of always wanted to make one, just never knew how to do it. And I've seen some of the designs that people were doing. I'm like, good Lord, how are y'all doing that? There you go. So I've got a. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna watch some videos on tie dye making and see the different patterns that people do. Because Jill was telling me the different patterns and everything. So I don't know. And hopefully, usually I did. Okay. It's weird to look up and see one microphone working. So I don't know if. Hopefully everybody's hearing me, but I haven't hit anything. I don't think the cats have been up here. So yeah, I know the computer's been a little weird. I know the OBS wanted me to update as I was trying to log in for the stream, and I said do it later. So we'll see how that goes. Back. All right. I just been blabbing away. Trying to get a lot of this black done. Trying to work around the letter so the express actually shows up a little bit better. But luckily it's a lot of down here and the border. Hopefully when we get these refilled and all that, it'll be a lot better. Ooh, really? The 60th. Hold on. Hey, Philip. I don't know if you can hear me. 60th Doctor Who thing. Nice. I wouldn't be surprised if he's not doing anything with that. Oh. Excuse me for 1 minute. Hey, Philip. Okay, he can't hear me. Well, Philip's a big follower. She must have heard me. Nice. I'll have him see it. He probably already knows about it, but usually if I see the different things, I let him know. Correct. Somebody's. I didn't know if you knew that was on there now. See if Doctor was live on YouTube.
I didn't. The 60th specials was a few years ago.
She sent the link that was something like that, but live Doctor Who night, the 60th anniversary specials and beyond.
Yeah, I've got access to those already.
Hmm. You know me, if I see something different,
Yeah,
I always try to tell you about it just to make sure.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Yeah, that would be the Disney era seasons.
Nah.
Which I am actually caught up on.
How's your stomach doing?
Better. Still, only thing I've had on my stomach in over 24 hours is popcorn, but at least I was able to help that down, so.
Probably need to try to get something else on there.
I don't really have much else other than that. And I don't want to deal with it right now.
Well, I'm going to be making lasagna tonight, so
Okay.
that'll be on the list.
I think I've got some.
Yeah, Philip loves Doctor Who too. I actually liked it. With the ex, we started watching Doctor Who, and I haven't watched very many of it here lately, but I do like Doctor Who. Terry loves Doctor Who.
I've got some. To be fair, there is like a very good deal at Walmart. You can buy all of 9 through 12, 9 through 13. I don't remember. It's rather 12 or 13. You can buy all of them for like $50, which is really good considering how much you get out of that.
Yeah, I follow Tennant on, was it Facebook or Instagram? One of the two. I follow Tennant. Him and his buddy. They always get on there.
Yeah, I primarily follow Matt Smith more than Tennant, but that's just preference.
Smith. I like Smith, but when I started watching it was Tennant.
Yeah, I mean, the first Doctor Who thing I saw was technically a clip of the original series, the classic Who. And then I saw that Matt Smith was on, but I didn't watch him first. I actually went back to Eccleston first.
Yeah.
And that's just because the Doctor Who movie, which is the only thing the 8th Doctor was in at the time, wasn't really readily available for me to get. So I watched all of 9 through what was at the time caught up to 11. And 11 was just personal preference. So
yeah, I think Matt Smith and Tennant are the ones that I was watching, and
that is considered the golden era.
When Smith changed, I didn't really watch it as much.
Yeah, I was kind of the same, but it wasn't because I didn't want to. It's because we were moving at the time. Netflix got too expensive. DVR got too expensive, so I couldn't actually keep up with Capaldi. So
yeah, it wasn't that I didn't like the new guy, but I just
Capaldi genuinely is funny. You have to get him in his moments, but Capaldi's hilarious.
Yeah, I just haven't watched any of the new stuff here lately, and I need to because I know there's. I've always said I wanted because we were going to go to it because there's actually a Doctor Who store down in Mooresville.
Yeah, I've been wanting to go down there too. I passed the sign for the dang thing.
Yeah, but they're always closed.
I know.
I never know when they're open. I'm like, because like I said, we were big into the. So it's like now it's just kind of like there's a kitty on the table.
I mean, good news is on that is I know that there's one more special coming through Disney, and then they don't know exactly where it's going to end up. But Doctor Who is going to continue. They did say they're not giving up on it. It's just trying to find a new benefactor that can work with them for it.
Yeah.
BBC's in a lot of trouble keeping enough money to run anything now. So.
Yeah. She watched him in the 70s on when BBC was on PBS on Saturdays.
Yeah, that's when she watched it at Piggy's. Or was it Piggy's or was it My Namesakes? Because you said you watched the Fourth Doctor. Yeah. She watched the Fourth Doctor on PBS.
No, it wasn't PBS there.
Oh,
It was 63, whatever 63 was.
I mean, I've gone back, and now this is outdated now because more of the lost episodes were found since then. But I did go through, and while I was watching the new Who stuff, I was starting to rewatch some of the classics. Like, I got through all of the first Doctor that was available at the time, which was a good chunk of it, to be fair. The second Doctor was mostly lost media at that point, so I didn't get around to watching much of him, and I never got to watching any of the third Doctor because it was just I was kind of thrown off because I was missing so much of the second Doctor. But now a lot of, well, not all of it has been recreated or found. A good chunk of it has. So.
Yeah, because back then that's when the big scarves came in, didn't it?
The what?
The big scarves?
The third Doctor, no. That would have been the fourth Doctor.
Oh, okay.
They all had their own little things. The third Doctor, he was more well known for having a car, because he was locked out of the TARDIS. Fourth Doctor had the giant scarf and the fascination with jelly babies. Fifth Doctor wore full cricket gear with a stick of celery on his lapel. Sixth Doctor had a fashion travesty, to be honest.
Let's see, Terry says, as villains go, I like the Weeping Angels.
Weeping Angels.
I did like those series. I did like the Weeping Angel series.
Yeah, the Weeping Angels, I do think they got overused as time went on, but in the beginning, they were genuinely cleverly used.
Well, when I was watching it, I didn't hardly ever see that. It was always the Daleks.
The Deluxe, yeah.
Or the Daleks. And
yeah.
I didn't see a whole lot of the Weeping Angels, but I did like them. As far as the way they were played, that was a good for me.
Well, for when it comes to the Daleks, that's because that was the most commonly recurring villain from Classic Who as well. The Weeping Angels was a brand new villain with Tent. So, and to be fair, they have gone away from using them for the most too much nowadays. Obviously, they use them sparingly for the 10th Doctor. The 11th Doctor, they kind of overuse them, but... And then, I don't think they may have used them once for the 12th Doctor, and the 13th Doctor, they used them once very well. And they've kind of gone out of using a lot of the classic... They use a lot of the classic Who villains, but, I mean, the 14th Doctor... no, not the 14th Doctor. I always get confused. Tennant's the 14th. The 15th Doctor is now officially the only Doctor to never gone against the Dalek.
Really?
I think it was partly because his contract ended sooner than anyone planned it to. But, yeah, he regenerated without ever facing a Dalek. Or Cybermen, for that matter.
Huh.
He did fight a few classic Who villains, though. So... So
Interesting.
it's just one of those. I mean, and I'll even give credit to the 13th Doctor. She, I think, only fought the Daleks once or twice. They kept they started to use the Daleks more sparingly, and I think that was a smart move. They put a lot of focus on newer villains as well, and sometimes that was the benefit, sometimes it wasn't. But
She said and the fifth Doc had a celery stack.
celery stick, yeah, that's what I was mentioning. He wore full cricket gear with a celery stick on his lapel, because it was the 80s, and that's what they did. I guess I don't know.
80s were messed up, anyways.
Or what was the? I think it was the 80s.
Probably was. Because the 80s fashion was really weird.
I'm just trying to think. Hartnell went from 63 to 68. 63 to 67, 68-ish. Then he went another 4 years. And yeah, so it'd been the 80s. Been the 80s.
They brought back the Master and the Toy Master.
Yeah, the
matter of fact, that was when, wasn't that when not Smith? Was it Smith who he fought, or was that somebody else?
Okay, so the Master started as, I believe, he was a third Doctor villain, and then he kept coming back. He was the main villain in the movie with the 8th Doctor. And then they didn't use him at all for the 9th Doctor. He came back for the 10th, which was Tennant. They skipped using the Master for the 11th Doctor. They brought him back for the 12th and the 13th. They skipped the Master entirely for 14 and 15. But the Toymaker was a first Doctor villain only used in one serial, which was, I believe, 4-ish episodes. I don't know, 3 of those 4 episodes.
Serial?
That's what they called them back then.
Oh, serial. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they had serials, which were like 4 or 5 episode runs, up to like 8 episode runs.
Oh, okay.
And some of them were only like 2. It's a case of, that's what they called a series back then, basically.
Oh.
And they were just overarching story plots and covered multiple episodes. And the Toymaker was only in one serial, and I think it was a 4-episode one, but only one of the episodes is actually still around. The other 3 are lost media. And they've recreated them recently because they had all the audio, they just didn't have the footage. So,
got it.
So they recreated and re-released it recently. I actually haven't seen it yet because that was one of the ones that wasn't available when I was watching Hartnell. And then for the 60th anniversary's third special, they just brought the Toymaker back, and that was Neil Patrick Harris playing him.
That's the one I remember.
Yeah, I think you watched part of it with me when I had it on TV.
Yeah, I think I did.
Or at least I showed you a clip of it.
Nasty aliens almost always at Christmas.
Yeah, they really have a bad problem of the UK getting invaded at Christmas. That or a fake Titanic hitting it. It's always something going on at Christmas.
That's funny. Yeah, it was always something.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, because I think it was watching it with you, and I was like, okay, wasn't expecting him to be playing that role.
I mean, and that's the thing is like, the Doctor Who actors, obviously they are always going to be known as Doctor Who, but a lot of them go on to do different careers. Like Matt Smith, he was the youngest Doctor at the time ever, and now he's played Prince Philip in The Crown. He's also done other like major roles, and it's good for him. He's done a lot, and weirdly enough, he has said that if he ever does go back to Doctor Who, he wants to play the Master.
Nah.
He wants to do a full role reversal if he ever goes back to Doctor Who.
Now, was that Tennant that died, that regenerated with the Toy Master with Harris? Or was that somebody else?
He he was Tennant was with the Toy Maker in the 60th specials. Yes, this Tennant regenerated once in his original run to himself because he had vanity issues, and then he regenerated a few episodes later into Smith, and then he came back after Jodie Whittaker and became 14. And then he technically bi-generated into Shuki. I can never pronounce his name. Shooty Gatworth. Yeah, Shooty.
Okay. Because wasn't there like a first Doctor bi-generated?
Tennant was the first bi-generation. The entire timeline is kind of messed up now because Chibnall introduced the lost child fear thing, and everything is kind of messed up now. So technically, while we're on official Doctor number 15, there's been like over 20 of them technically. It's awkward. Some of them were called Doctor though.
But what like wasn't it the when we watched that Toy Maker, wasn't, hey Lola, wasn't there like a Doctor that formed to be like the first Doctor or something?
That wasn't they did a cutback to the one episode where the Toy Maker fought Hartnell, but it was like a 2-second clip.
Yeah, because I thought there was, wasn't there a because you had a female Doctor, you had
It was yeah, before Tennant, it was Jodie Whittaker.
yeah.
In the second go around for Tennant, anyway.
Because I thought for some reason they brought out a different Doctor.
No, they only had Tennant for the 60th specials, except for that 2-second clip of William Hartnell from the original episode. And I don't think the other two specials had any of the other Doctor. No, they didn't. So.
Because wasn't there like the black? That's one that generates at the end of the season. Is wearing a dim. Okay, yeah, the first
Yeah, Shooty.
Yeah, he was the first black.
Yeah, he was
Doctor.
He was the first Black Doctor and the first. I can't say a first gay Doctor because technically the Doctor has always been kind of bi, in general.
Yeah.
But openly, I should say, the actor was openly, and that was good. I think that brought in a new direction it needed.
Yeah. So it made it interesting.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, I can't remember. I was like, well, with my memory, it's you never know what you're going to get.
Technically, he's the second Black Doctor. The other one, though, doesn't get a number, so...
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was, again, that Timeless Child thing. I haven't watched that bit. I don't remember all the details, but there's, like, a fugitive Doctor or something, and she's black, so... Technically, Shooty's the second. And they do reference her in the show after, so she is canon, but I just don't know how she fits.
Well, I know he had a companion. Well, I call her companion, but she was always around every time, like Tennant.
Yeah, there was always there's always a companion for the most part.
But she was always around, and I think she actually fell in love with him.
A few of them did.
Yeah.
There's been more than one. And actually so the first companion in New Who was Rose. Her actress Billy is technically the next regeneration for this next movie, whatever. that's what the regeneration at the end was, but she wasn't credited as the Doctor, so I have no idea if she actually counts or not as the Doctor. So it's a whole cluster of I have no idea.
Keep everybody riveted. That's what it is.
Well, I think it was kind of like a last minute thing. A lot of people don't talk about it, but it's like Shooty's departure was unexpected. I think it was mainly because Disney was backing out of Doctor Who and they didn't have a concrete plan of where Doctor Who would go next. And Shooty's busy. He's extremely busy. Out of all the Doctors, I think he appears the least amount in his own episodes of any Doctor. And that's just because he was a busy guy. He was doing a lot. He still is. So I think he ended his contract a season early. Because of the question of if there was a Doctor Who coming soon.
Yeah, of course it's Disney. I mean, they're gonna screw it up anyways.
Yeah.
It's like they tried to rebrand everything, and it's just like, why? There's nothing wrong with what you're doing, and you're trying to go through and it's like they tried to go through and destroy it.
I won't say that. They actually did really well for the most part with Doctor Who. Most people, because they actually, like all the actors in Shooty's seasons and the 60th anniversary specials, all the acting was on point. The animation was the best it's ever been. They had decent action scenes. And all the monsters and characters they brought back were handled pretty well. The biggest issue was not Disney, it was Russell T Davies, who pretty much everyone is agreeing needs to leave at this point.
Now, who's he?
He was the showrunner that brought Doctor Who back. After Tennant, he gave it to Stephen Moffat. Moffat did 2 Doctors. Chibnall did Jodie Whittaker, and then Russell T Davies came back to do the 60th anniversary specials and Shooty. But it kind of ended up just... The 60th anniversary specials were fine, but the Shooty season, despite how well everything else was, there was a lot of political undertone that people didn't appreciate.
Yeah, when you start...
I mean, keep in mind, it was British political undertone, but it's still political undertone.
Still, it don't matter. When you start bringing in different undertones into a show, you start...
Yeah, and, I mean,
you bring along all kinds of different stuff you don't want.
And I mean, I'll say it like this, there always was a small political undertone in Doctor Who, since it was brought back, because you kind of have to, but it was never, like, in your face. Now it's kind of in your face, and... So, hoping they get away from that in the future.
Yeah.
Because Doctor Who community is pretty good about listening to its fans for the most part. So, and a lot of people have said it's gone too far. So, hopefully, it will be better in the future.
Yeah, as long as they keep listening to the people.
Yeah, because I mean, in the 2 seasons for Shooty got where the first season had a lot more political undertone than the second season. The second season still had it, but it was cut back a little bit. Then I just got to cut back more.
Yeah, Terry must have got busy.
Must.
Best. Yeah, like I said, I just haven't watched it as much as I was.
I mean, I'm kind of the same. I caught up on the Disney Plus seasons because it was readily available, which is mainly the reason why I held off on watching a lot of Doctor Who, because I like to be able to watch it in my own time. Streaming services allow you to watch them in your own time. That's the good of it. When I check out DVDs from the library, I have limited time. And for the classic Who, it's not bad, because they broke the DVDs down by the serials, not by the seasons. So, some of them were only 2 episodes long, some mass of them were 8 episodes. you could still get that out in 21 days, no issue. It's when you have like the 13 to 26 episode seasons that it's from the new Who that it gets a bit harder to really do. Like I've already seen all of Eccleston through Smith, mind you, but I think I've got all of one of Matt Smith's seasons. I think it's his last season. I got all the Christmas specials from Eccleston to Capaldi as well. So
Terry doesn't like it when they go woke in TV programming. True.
yeah, that's
Roku has a Doctor Who channel, and I watch whenever I can see it.
yeah. I saw that, but by the time I found it, the Roku TV I had decided to lose its backlight. We don't have a Roku TV anymore. They both have been finally replaced with, ironically enough, our original TV from the apartment replaced the Roku, which is so old that it can't actually play Disney Plus on it. So that's funny.
Yeah, so it's, but I do not like it. They changed the stories too much.
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree.
I find it. Admittedly, I find it better rather if they do like a soft, like, continuation, or if they just make new villains up entirely. Just because if it's a new villain, they have nothing to really mess up. And then like in the last season of Doctor Who, the episode The Well, that was a soft continuation of an episode from Tennant's series, his first series, and it was handled really well. It was a loose connection. It was the same villain, but they kept it almost till the very end before you realize, oh crap, this is a continuation. And that's how it worked. It didn't ruin anything. Yeah. It's like, you let the story do all the talking. You don't have to, like, throw the message out there that what the episode's about. You can just let it speak for itself.
Yeah, just leave it up there for somebody to take it and run with it if they wanted to.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I think those are the best ones. Who knew we was going to start talking about Doctor Who?
Was not planning on that on the bingo card today.
Yeah, it's good to talk about some of the old series.
Yeah.
Keeps everything interesting.
Yep. Okay, this is homework for Terry, I guess, in this case. But if you look up if you've ever watched Craig Ferguson, who was actually in a band with Peter Capaldi in Scotland, believe it or not, when he was doing the Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson, he actually made lyrics for the Doctor Who music theme intro, and he made it for an interview with Matt Smith, but it actually came out the day after Matt Smith's interview because of licensing issues. So, but it's awesome. It's a good little music video that they just used at the beginning of an episode one day of his show.
Matter of fact, the ringtone I have got for Philip when he calls me is the Doctor Who ringtone.
Yeah, which is weird considering it was Thomas the Tank Engine.
No, the picture shows up as Thomas Tank Engine.
Oh, okay.
The music is, because I couldn't find anything for Thomas the Train. It was either the new stuff, it was whatever.
Okay.
So I was like, you know what? I'll put Thomas the Tank Engine when he calls, And then the ringtone will be Doctor Who.
Oh, you're fine. Doctor Who is an interesting topic in its own right. But it only would be interesting to me and Tom, because she doesn't really care for it too much.
Yeah, we're open to. I'm always open up to new things, even if I don't know much about it.
Like I said, I haven't watched most of the classic era. I've really only watched Hartnell and part of oh my gosh, I'm hating myself that I can't remember his name at this moment. I'm usually really good at remembering the Patrick Troughton. That's his name. I'm usually really good at remembering the names.
Wait till you get older.
I know. Trust me, I already feel that. I can't remember all the Doctor names, but and to be fair, there's some famous names that have played Doctor Who, even if it was parody or one time only. Like there was a parody where Mr. Bean played Doctor Who.
Really?
Yeah, Rowan Atkinson played him for a special like charity event or something. It was fun. Well, okay, and yeah, that was about who I was about to talk to about. War Doctor, John Hurt. John Hurt, he did great, honestly. He was one of the best doctors we've ever had. It's sad we only got him for one TV appearance and a few audiobooks. And then, of course, John Hurt has passed, and he's the only New Who Doctor who has passed, so... But then again, it's like, John Hurt, his voice is very iconic. You will hear it randomly, and you'll be like, it's John Hurt. It's John Hurt. And I've had moments like that. I had it in Thomas the Tank Engine, believe it or not, where he played a sailor, and it's like, that's John Hurt. Which is ironic, because this character was named Sailor John. So, they were not hiding it. That role was made specifically for John Hurt to play a villain.
Okay then. Didn't know there was a War Doctor.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the big storyline of New Who, was the Time War. At least it was until the 13th Doctor.
Oh, that was when his... I've seen snippets, I think. His own warriors turned against him. Is that the War Doctor?
No. War Doctor was the, so he had, as the 8th Doctor, which, in timeline-wise, is the one that, was around when the war started. He had purposely avoided the war until he no longer could, and he chose due to circumstances, he chose a regeneration, which he was able to do that one time. And he chose not to be a doctor, he chose to be a warrior, because that's what they needed him to be at that time. That was John Hurt, and John Hurt eventually went through the entire Time War and declared no more, and was about to destroy both all the Time Lords and all the Daleks in one fell swoop. And that was pretty much the War Doctor. He's pretty much still a solo agent. It was just
Okay, so who...
trauma.
He killed off the Daleks. Okay.
Well, killed off most of them. They kept coming back.
Yeah. Now, what was that one where... Like I said, it was... The guy, I think he was trying to kill the Doctor, but his own warriors turned against him and said they're going to stand with the Doctor, and they ended up killing him.
Okay, there is a scene that is similar to that in Capaldi, actually. After Gallifrey was rediscovered, Capaldi was in his barn on Gallifrey. The soldiers all turned against the president,
That okay? It was the president then.
and they didn't kill him, but they did banish him.
Okay. So I've seen snippets. I think somewhere.
I don't remember anything with that with Jody. I haven't seen all of Jody, but I don't remember a scene like that with Jody.
But I know, like I said, I've seen snippets, and then I was like, "Ooh." That was about all I've seen was little bitty snippets of it, and I'm like, come on, need more.
Oh, that's the 12th Doctor. That's Capaldi, not 13th. I know the numbers are up. Technically, technically Capaldi would be 13th if War Doctor had a number, but then again, not at the same time because Tennant had 2 and it was... The numbering system is completely messed up now, so... No, you're fine. The numbering system in New Who is completely messed up anyway because there's technically 2 Ninth Doctors as well, and the War Doctor. So after 8th Doctor, the numbering system is messed up. And then you had Timeless Child, which means all the numbers are messed up. So, again, yeah.
It's Doctor Who. You never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah. We've had David Tennant 3 times, technically. We're beyond it at this point.
It's like, hey, go with what you know.
Yeah. We don't even know what the first Doctor technically number he would be. He's the first one to actually name himself as the Doctor, as far as we know. But his lives before that, we have no idea how many. We know he has at least 4 before that.
We had 4 before that, then he's not the first Doctor.
He's the first one to be called the Doctor.
No. Nobody knew what to call the other Doctors.
Well, the other ones were children that were pretty much tortured and murdered to regenerate over and over again to figure out the science behind regeneration or whatever. I don't know. Again, the Timeless Child really messed up the entire community.
Yeah. Someone else growling.
Frank, you saw Carl.
Yeah. Grouchy old cat. The grouchy one.
Yeah. Hartnell was a first Doctor we saw on screen and the first Doctor. That's... Franklin, just calm down.
Chill out. We're talking about the Doctor.
I know Carl's there, but he's laying down. Chill.
He's being good. Which Carl's mellowed out here lately?
Oh no, Carl is still attacking Frank. It's just not as often. He is starting to mellow out. I think it's partly because Sonny attacks him now.
Yeah. Or Sonny wants to play and Carl don't want to play.
Yeah. Unlike Carl, who's doing it viciously, Sonny doesn't do it viciously, but he doesn't know restraint. Sonny will play way too rough, even with us, to be honest.
You know, it's kind of... Sometimes that may be my fault.
Yeah.
I like playing rough with the cats. Well, if they'll play rough, I'll play rough back. So, and then I end up playing a little rough with them, and they don't like it. So, I kind of give them a taste of their own medicine sometimes.
Mm. We have some cats that generally is well behaved, which Gracie's very well behaved. Thank God for that. She can be a little bit playful, but she's very gentle.
Well, she never comes in here anymore, so I don't know.
Snowy's the same case as well. She's playful, but she's gentle playful. Charlotte's not playful at all. She just wants love.
From certain people.
Yeah, she is very picky.
I actually did get to pet her the other day.
That's good.
Was it this morning?
I don't know.
Yesterday, this morning, something like that. She actually stopped and let me pet her.
Yeah.
But she was still skeptic.
I know she's been very worried about me lately, so. And then we have Betty.
Shucking the corn. Better shuck that corn for the grill. Better get that grill ready. People are going to get. Don't need people complaining about not having the grill ready. Yeah, it's already been over an hour. Wow. Your cane was leaning up against the, right there by that bag, leaning up either the table or. That's the last time I seen it, babe.
Sorry, I'm quiet. I'm just hurt.
She's moving. She's moving.
Oh, don't move the
Oh,
chair.
sorry, I heard move the chair. I'm sorry.
Oh, so don't move.
She was using. She was leaning on it. Teal troll gone. Bye, Terry. Let's see who else. Well, Terry goes. Who we got left?
Who knows?
I know Lorna was in the chat.
It says you have 3 concurrent viewers.
Yeah, and I know Lola was in here. So they might still be just watching. Of course.
So yeah, you're one of them technically.
Yeah. I kind of always I always watch it, let it go on my end, because that way I can see any issues.
Right.
But if it's actually, it's got that little delay in it.
Yeah. Hey, Carl. Hey, Carl.
But it's, so my goal with this is just trying to get the black, a lot of this black done.
Yeah.
For the day. And the next time I'll start working on a lot of this other stuff. And I will make sure I say it again, just in case people didn't hear me the first time. Or if they're just now joining. So those of you that are still wanting to join the event or have joined the event, please make sure whatever project you're going to do or are doing, make sure you get those pictures in to us, either the email or chat. That way we can get everybody on the spinning wheel for the giveaways. Also, we can get the pictures in, and whenever Wyatt gets a chance, we'll have him make a parade of everything. So get that done for it. If you guys would do that for us, it would be greatly appreciated. I know there's not a whole lot of people that have joined, but you know, we're, like I said before, we don't expect a lot. We didn't have huge numbers in mind. We always just thought whoever joins would be great and awesome for us, being our first event, putting it together. Did you leave your cane?
I don't know what it is. I had to pee. So, I'm just being brave. I'm walking through the house. No cane. Be brave. Be brave. Yeah, brave.
The ankle doesn't look so swollen anymore.
Yeah.
It looks good.
Oh, let me tell
I
you.
bet you it's tender as crap,
Oh, shoot.
but.
Thought I was gonna scream when you put that on me earlier. I'm trying to stay off of it. Hello, my beautiful trainwrecks. I love you. I'm just in pain today.
Well, we don't know how many are currently in. Oh, it says.
If you are still watching,
Well, are you watching on your phone or?
no.
Okay.
If you are still watching, put in the comments
Whoever.
either a doctor sign or an owl. I want to see either doctors or Hooters or Dr. Hooters because Doctor Who was.
Well, there's only apparently one in because Tom's phone's on, so.
Yeah, we lost Terry. She had to go. She was there grilling
Fine.
today,
Yeah.
so she had to go, and she was getting side-eyed from. She's getting side-eyed from her daughter about getting stuff ready.
Oh.
So we've got one in. They're just hiding.
Well, I usually, well, not usually. I started having them. They've made it so far to put the topic.
If you're at least creeping, at least put the eyeball, so we know you're just creeping.
I love my peepers. I don't ever want to fall again. This sucks.
This would have the two this year make 12. 13.
Oh, excuse me. Made too many times.
Same, yeah, it is. One was too many times.
Yeah.
I was trying to think because this 2 at the festival, you've had 3 here.
Let's not remind me
Okay,
of falls.
all right,
I'm trying to get sidetracked away from falls.
fair enough.
Did you tell them to make sure they
Yes.
emailed us?
Yep. Email us messages.
No, just email.
Okay, so just
Don't
email us.
confuse me with messages. Just emails. That's what I've been doing. Is having everybody send emails.
Okay, so retract what I said earlier. Make sure you email us.
Emails
The
should be
stuff.
below in the comments.
Yes, our emails will be below in the comments. So like I said, whether you want to still join, have joined, or whatever, just make sure you send us the information, which will all be in the comments below. Email us which team, whatever team you want to join.
Still letting people join?
Well, I'm just saying if people just now doing it or finding us, but I'm also saying if you have joined, make sure you've that I just put it out there. Just
We gotta cut it off sometime.
well, we'll put it as this is the final time we're going to say it. If you're going to join, other than that, after today, after this video is out, we will no longer accept it. I should say, well, can't say that. I guess, yeah.
You're making this really chaotic. That's my job.
I gotta try. Well, I can't keep up with you the way you.
Well, right now I'm the ultimate chaos because I can't craft. In the chaos department of this, I've won.
At least finished off one pot. of the black. I still have 2 pots of black left to go. So, but like we said, email us with your information. Make sure you send pictures on the email of what you're doing, working on as of right now, what you will be, if you have any other projects that you're going to do during an event, make sure you include those. Any updates that on them, make sure please make sure you send them to us so we can keep, so we can post them up, or you guys can post them, post the progress, because we love to see them. We love seeing everybody's progress on their projects that they're doing. And I know there's a few of you out there that have already started doing some things, and they are looking awesome. Some of you's already got multiples done, which is awesome as well.
Puzzles to work. So there will be puzzles coming because diamond painting is not going to be possible. Puzzles. Maybe some coloring. I haven't quite figured coloring out yet.
She doesn't know how she's going to be able to hold the pens or the pencils for the coloring, because the way their hand is hurting, it's going to affect the way she holds things and how much pressure she has to put. So there's that. She is just a hot mess right now. Kind of like this right here. She's a hot mess express.
It's such a hot mess. It's like, it seems like every time I do something for this festival, I get, or not festival, yeah, you can tell I'm in pain. I can't even concentrate. It seems like every time I turn around, more chaos happens in this event. That's what I'm trying to say. And I'm the train wreck.
Sometimes stuff just happens. But we will do our best, and we will make it work the best as we can.
I'm depending on Team Chaos to do amazing things to make up for my chaos.
So maybe I should have stuck with the camping one, and you took this one, because this canvas here would have been definitely ideal for you.
Oh, I probably will end up finishing it.
Really?
Really.
Well, I may end up finishing this one. The other one I may not. It may take me a little while to finish it. I think when I do either go live or record, I'll probably try to work on this as much as I can. Once I get used to doing the squares, I'd be a lot better. I mean, I know I won't be as fast as others, but I will shoot you along. And I will do what I can. All right. Let's see. Do I go up one more? Is there any in the lower? I don't think there's any in the lower area anymore. So let's try to get.
Oh, lovely.
What?
Thing is going off. It's my blood sugar. 90. It's still with me.
Oops. Move the board. My bad. Starting early. I'd say they never get too bad. I know it's been kind of slow, but we'll try to go about another half hour or so. I do know. I was looking the other day. The other festival that I do, it's in like 4 weeks. So it's that one's creeping up on me, or actually on us, I should say. And that'll be the Oktoberfest one. And after that, it actually will be that one will actually be my last vessel that I do for the year. So those will be done. Because it's not like it used to be, where I would do like 6, 7 of these events a year that I would work. It's down to 2. Was 3, and then now it's 2. So, which, as I'm getting older, which is just fine with me. You're digging your claws into my thigh, sir. If you want attention, you will have to wait, sir. Mr. Maxwell. He came up wanting attention, but when he did it, he popped up on my leg and then started digging his claws into my leg. Which always feels fantastic. I love it when he does that. I really ought to start putting these. Watch how I hold the. And every time I look, I'm tilting the tray, and all the squares are just chaotic in the tray. It's like, yep, that's me. Who else knew? Right. Oh, there it is. There it goes. Try to get this section done here. Try to get that done. If I can keep a hold of the squares, it'd be fabulous. I didn't want to stick. That one wants to stick. It's stuck there. So hopefully I can get this area done. So next time we'll work on some of the other colors. I know there's a lot of C's, a lot of T's. So we might try to do the C's. Get a lot of the C's done. everybody does a little different. I get started on one. I like to do as much as I can on the same one around the area. Because I know there's a lot of color blocking down here. It doesn't get confetti until really here. There's still a lot of color blocking, but then there's some confetti here. With me, it's just keeps my brain from going sporadic on me, I guess. That way, if I concentrate on one thing and not several other different colors. I start on one, I know my brain's gonna be like, okay, this is what we're doing. I'm not trying to figure out what I just did, what color I was on. Less for me to mess up. Let's see. Yep, that was backwards. I'm noticing I'm having a hard time figuring out whether they're upside down or they're right side up. So when I pick them up, it's like they look right. Now when I feel them on the board, they don't feel right. So I'm really having to tilt the tray up to look at them. say that. Stick so. Get back down here. Tracer. Just keep them around. I don't know how much more. So it's a little empty. I don't keep it full. Just enough. I'm gonna try to use what I've got and just use what I need. Try to. I don't know how that goes. I know it's better to have more than enough than not enough. And I might be able to get through everything. Maybe. Might just have enough time to do it all. I already know we're gonna need more, so let's go ahead and put more in. Yes, good. people. I know I just cut myself. Oh yeah. I might want to talk a little bit. I was doing my old tricks. Well, hi Priscilla. Hi. Did you have fun at Memos? I'll just drop her off. Priscilla got to go spend time with Mama Dawn and she got to go see her Mama Dawn. She was happy to go see her. Realized once she realized who was outside waiting on her, she went running and fell right on her back, belly up. She was ready. Poor Priscilla, she's getting very protective of Jill. With her, she knows she's not feeling good, so she's been keeping an eye on her. I know Chris came over the other day. He stayed the night, and he went to do something, and Rebecca did, or not Rebecca. Priscilla did not like it, or like it one bit. He was getting too close to Jill. Even me, she was. I'll look at her and she'll just sit there and watch me. But it's good that she's protective of her that way. She's always. Whether she needs it or not. Priscilla just comes home and just like nothing's. Are you hot, baby girl? Huh? You have fun? You did. Try to get some more of these. There we go. There we go. See it? No. That was upside down. Hi, Janet. How are you? Hopefully you're having a good day. I'm doing good. For the most part. I mean, it's trying to keep my feet elevated. My legs are still a little swollen. But anyway, pretty good. Thank you. Jill is she's awake. She's over relaxing. Got her leg elevated. She's in a lot of pain still today.
It's like that Tylenol didn't give crap.
Oh wow. Two contractor bags full of weeds. Good lord. I would say productive. Nice. Yeah, just said she took a couple of Tylenol and they ain't done crap for her as far as the pain. So yeah. Janet says Tylenol is crap. For the most part, it's got, I don't know, it's got its moments. I will have to say. But she can't, well, like with her, I don't think she can take any. You can't take any of the other stuff, can you?
No.
Yeah, she can't. She
Just stuff with Tylenol. But I take 3,000 total units a day.
there's something about the town or the other aspirins and stuff that she can't do.
I have a lot of stuff against my liver as it is, and kidneys with the diabetes, and then taking the gabapentin. That I gotta be very careful with stuff I take. And I have tummy trouble, so I can't take aspirin. It's just a big mess. I'm just stubborn and I refuse to take painkillers, so I deal.
Now, like me, I grew up on Advil.
Oh, at one point in time, I took Advil, Motrin, but then as I got worse, they got taken away from me.
Yeah, I never did take Motrin. It was all we ever had was Ivy or Advil. Might been a few times we had Tylenol, but for the most part. But now, so with my heart, I've got to take low dosage Tylenol. I mean, I'm probably sure I could take other stuff, but the doctor said Tylenol, so that's what I try to keep. Which I go see the heart doc end of this month, so hopefully everything. Which would probably be a quick visit. It'd be like, okay, yeah, you're doing good. See you in a year. Probably put a whole new prescriptions out. So I know some of them get to the point where I don't have any more refills. But I got to see him before I can get the refills. So, but luckily I think for the most part I've got enough for the next couple weeks. Oh, maybe if I'm lucky enough, I can he'll take some of the medications away. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. But every once in a while, I get pains in my chest, whether it's on the left side, right side. I still take the Nitros. Because there's been a couple times I've had that stabbing feeling, like real sharp pains in my chest, and I've taken some but it's, you know, I've never went past 2. But I've also, you know, luckily I've had blood pressure cuff here and chest and checked it, and by the time I checked it, it went down, so it wasn't no need to go to the ER. Yeah, I think I'll be all right. I haven't had. The last time I had to go to the ER was a ghost heart attack. I had all the symptoms of a heart attack, but not actually having the heart attack, which was a good sign. So they still went in and did a heart cath just to make, you know, just to make sure everything's good. And that's been about a year ago, babe, when I had the ghost heart attack.
Yeah, not bad.
About that. So luckily everything's been good with that part. But that was, see, that was my 3rd heart cath I've had. So I've had 2 stents put in. See, I've had 1 actual heart attack, 2 stents put in, 3 heart caths. So yeah, it's like soon as I turned, was it 45? 46? Yeah, I think it was 45 because the heart attack was in 20 or 21. That was in 20.
So it would have been 21.
Okay, yeah, so
It wasn't that long after Ryan that we started talking.
yeah, because matter of fact, it was this couple months before our wedding. Because I had the heart attack in March,
Yeah.
and the wedding was May. So because I had the heart attack in March, and then in April I had there was like a Y section underneath the heart, and both of them were like 80% blocked because I was still having issues. Um, I couldn't catch my breath. I couldn't walk more than 5 minutes. So they went in and that was my 2nd heart cath. They went in and I call it my 2-for-1. So they just took a catheter and knocked out both of them at the same time. So got all that done, and then, but yeah, now I check. There's times I'll come home and I'll just have Jill check my blood pressure, and I usually get it done once a month at work because on the weight loss thing I've had, they usually check it at least once a month, and there's been times it's been pretty low, but it's not really been high. So there's even been times at the doctor's office, the cardiologist, they checked my blood pressure, and it was like really low, and they're like, well, we're going to see if the doc can get this higher. And it took him a couple times before my blood pressure actually come up. He goes, okay, that's a little bit better. Because it was like the low 90s. They didn't like it. So now the main issue I have right now is my legs. My legs, I don't have a problem getting the blood flow down. It's coming up that I actually have a problem with the blood. So like if you ever, I think we showed it before where my legs get really red down around my ankles and they swell up. That's because there's low blood circulation coming out of my ankles. It's just where my veins are just spidery. It's not good blood flow down there for my legs. So I got to keep my legs elevated. I'm not technically supposed to be on my feet as much as I am, because the doctor did say I needed to have my feet elevated as much as possible, but I do spend a lot of time on my feet. So if there's not a whole lot going on, I will try to spend a day or so off my feet just to give a little reprieve. Kind of like today, I know there's things I need to do, but there's things that I'd rather just kind of take those days, be off my feet, and only be on my feet when I have to. Other than that, I just stay in and keep legs elevated. And I stay in and I just end, I can. She loves when I'm home for a couple days, but after that, she's ready to boot my butt right back out the door. She's like, yep, time for you to go back to work. I don't want to go to work. It's like after my last vacation, I told her, I said, I don't want to go back to work. Too bad, you got to go back to work. She liked to have me around, but she was ready for me to go back to work at the same time. But when we go on a vacation, she's going to be stuck with me. I wouldn't be surprised if she just tells me to go sleep outside underneath the stars. Yeah, that's what I do is I'll sit in my chair up next to the bed and prop my feet up for a while. Surprised I haven't had any comments from the peanut gallery over there. I don't know if she can hear me or if she's just ignoring me. What you working on over there, baby?
I'm just on my phone. It's sleepy. The things.
Getting a little much?
Sleepy. Huh?
Pain's getting a little much, making you tired?
What?
Pain's getting a little much, making you tired?
Yeah.
So what I'll do, sure, but I do that. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to finish this little section of the black that I've got right underneath the steam part of the, so basically from here across, I'm gonna work on the black, this little black here, and then I'll be done. Because I've got a lot of this black done today. So, yeah. Just get through this last little bit and I'll call it the day. And then there, try to get everything caught up. So yeah, just got a little bit more to do that I want to get done at least. I'll call it the day on that. More up on one of those. It's a little bit more neat. Times I go today. Singles. Like I said, just finish up this little area and I'll call it the day. We're hitting what, 2 hours? A little over 2 hours. So get through all this. And thought I grabbed it. My finger's sticking to the board. Oh, excuse me. I know, I'm just trying to finish this up. Get off my feet. My legs elevate a little bit before I get started on dinner. Ever since I talked about making lasagna. I've been hungry for lasagna so I'm gonna make lasagna today. So oh, I will, Janet. Like I said, I've finished this a little bit here. I'll close down the shop for the night. Get my feet elevated because it's what time is it? 4:30. Yeah, I'll probably start dinner in a couple hours. So I will definitely have a little bit of downtime to where I can be off my feet. I don't know, I might, before dinner, I might go down. We got a little market place down around the corner. Veggie market. I go down there and get some quick fresh corn. But the corn we got the other day was not any good. I think we got out of like a box of corn that was given to us. I think we got 4 ears of corn out of it because it had been wet, been in a box. So by the time we got into it, it had started going bad. So let's see about that. Let's go for like another 6 minutes. Make it 2.5 hours. I hate ending on a weird number. Try to do the this is the most you guys heard from me for a while. Had a few streams, a couple hours long. And actually, I made it that far. And actually talking for majority of it. I won't say the whole time. Like I said, I know I'm not the most entertaining person. But like earlier in the stream, we not off topic because nothing's off topic, but we went another path and it was a decent little conversation. So she was always good. Philip came in, he talked about got on a subject that Philip's dear about. So which is always good. Okay, about 3 minutes. I promise. Keep on looking up, thinking I was getting close on time. Now I'm getting there. Let's see how much I can. Get done. Go line by line. Two more. And we call it. All right, so we'll call it there. Because by the time I end it, so there's what she looks like so far. So it's getting a lot of that line. I think next time when I do it, I'll start working on some of the other colors down here to start bringing out some of it. So, but yeah, with that, thank you for joining me today. And we will see you guys in the next video. Hopefully I didn't bore you guys too much. So, but with that, we will see you guys later. Love you guys. And then, yeah, we'll see you at the next video or chat, whichever it's going to be, whichever it's going to be. So, talk to you guys later. Bye, Janet. Bye, everybody.